What is up, Janksters? It's your boy Graham, also known as Hamhawks42 on the internet, and today we are going to be discussing a two-card combo that is going to be available in Standard come Streets of New Capenna release, which, as of this recording, is tomorrow. So strap in, everybody. This is an interaction that has been making the rounds. A lot of people have been talking about it, and I wanted to make a quick video explaining the interaction, how it works, and how you might want to tech against it, and what to be on the lookout for, because I do believe you will see it on the ladder. It, of course, starts with the one and only Ob Nixilis, the Adversary. This card is very powerful. In the early access this past week, we did see a number of people playing it to great effect. It is incredibly powerful. The amount of value it can generate, no surprise, is very good. And as a result, you will see this on the ladder. The thing about Ob Nixilis that makes it very good is its casualty ability. If you thought one Planeswalker for 3 mana was good, which it is, how about 2? And you know, all for the low price of sacrificing one creature that you probably didn't care about anyway. So getting double Obs on board is very powerful. Once you have a second Ob Nixilis, it's a non-legendary token, and that combines beautifully with Esika's Chariot. Esika's Chariot says that whenever Esika's Chariot attacks, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. Doesn't have to be a creature token, it can be anything. Now, the most common use for Esika's Chariot is just copy the cats that it produces, because that's a token you're guaranteed to have on the board unless your opponent wipes or something, but you're very likely to have that token. Great. It's a nice little value engine, and that alone can actually take over some games. That's how good Esika's Chariot is. But the moment those tokens that you're creating are Ob Nixilises, or Ob Nixili, all of a sudden you're getting multiple instances of that +1 ability that is going to drain your opponent of their cards and their life total. And if you can drain your opponent of their cards and their life total early on in the game, you're going to be at a huge advantage to win that game. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, you may be wondering, when you create the copy of the token, doesn't it come in with 0 loyalty because it doesn't have any counters on it? Unfortunately, that is not the case. When you create a token copy of a Planeswalker, its starting loyalty is an attribute of the permanent. So when you make a copy of it with Esika's Chariot, the copy comes in with the starting loyalty of whatever that copy was. So if you sacrifice a 3-power creature for Ob Nixilis and the starting loyalty comes in at 3 for the token, you can uptick it a couple of times. Its loyalty could be 5 by the time you're firing the Esika's Chariot combo, but the new copy that comes in will have a starting loyalty of 3. So how do we compete against this? It's incredibly powerful. It revolves around having a 1 or 2 drop creature on the board, sacrificing a Ob Nixilis on turn 3, playing Esika's Chariot on turn 4, and starting to swing on turn 5. This is in the world of Magic combos, it's actually relatively slow. However, the avalanche of value that it can create is huge. So if this goes unchecked, it will win the game almost every time. It's incredibly powerful. So how do we compete against it? Well, I listed off a couple of things that this needs in order to fire. In order for the Chariot combo to work, Ob Nixilis needs to be able to take advantage of the casualty ability, meaning if you're going up against an opponent who has black and red in their mana base and they have a small creature on the field, an Eye Twitch, a Tenacious Underdog, even a Shakedown Heavy, something like that, spend your removal on it. Get that sucker gone. They need to have a clean board state with the moment they can untap with 3 mana. If they have creatures online, you're probably going to be looking at a double Ob coming down. If they don't have creatures online, then a single Ob is much easier to deal with. You can counter it easily, you can kill it more effectively, it's nowhere near as threatening, and more importantly, the Esika combo will not fire because there is no token copy of Ob Nixilis on the field. So that's very important. Other things you can do, obviously countering Esika's Chariot is huge, or killing Esika's Chariot before it can attack. So the cards like Fracture or Annul are still running around out there and could potentially disrupt this. Another great call out from Streets of New Capenna that it can actually counter Ob Nixilis on the stack and prevent the token copy from entering the battlefield is Make Disappear. That is a very cool counter to this card that because you can casualty the counter spell and counter both spells that are on the stack. That's very useful, and that's good to know. So there are a number of ways you can compete against this, but I'll tell you right now, if your opponent untaps and you don't have an answer and they have the ability to swing with the Esikas Chariot token and create an Ob copy, you are in a world of hurt unless you have a damage-based board rate that can hit Planeswalkers. If you're sitting with a burn down in the house in hand, you can probably batten down the hatches and take 1 hit for the team, but it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot, but you need to have that response to wipe the board. But that's the combo in a nutshell, and really where the rubber meets the road with multiple Ob Nixilis on the field is that +1. being able to ping your opponent's life total or discard a card, even at their discretion, even with it being the opponent's choice, that can win the game. This is a +1 that can win you the game. And if you can get it in multiples, if you can fire 3 a turn, 4 a turn, then 5 a turn, your opponent will just run out of cards and life by the time they could have set up their plan. So yeah, be on the lookout for this combo. It's incredibly popular, like in the discourse, and we're gonna see it a lot on the ladder, at least at first. I have a feeling this is gonna be very much like the Esikas Chariot Ren combo, which, if you're not familiar, that allowed you to create a copy of a token that that's power and toughness were equal to the number of lands you had. That became very, very popular, and it was very powerful, to be fair, but it started on turn 5 just like this combo. And the mono green players soon learned it's actually much more efficient if I just beat you to death before you get to turn 5 than go into this combo. So we may see something similar here. There may be a better Jund list that does not need to take advantage of this combo, that can just beat you before that, and we'll worry about how to tech against that. But in the meantime, this is a combo that you are going to see because it's fun to pull off, and as a result, people are going to be playing with it a lot. So keep an eye out for that. And if you want to fire it, like, let me know how it goes for you, because I'm definitely intrigued by the possibilities. It's a cool combo, very powerful, and I will be doing more videos like this where we discuss 2-card combos. New Capenna actually has quite a few of them, so keep an eye out for that, and please click that subscribe button to stay tuned for that. Yeah, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.